WMRK Studios in Willamotchee, Oklahoma, the Heartland Wrestling Radio Network presents the #1 AM radio professional wrestling broadcast in north central southeastern Oklahoma. Gifted Gordon Alamo, Buddy Hard Knocks, Turnbuckle Bronx, Turnbuckle Buddies, saddle up, ride high and to the left. It's time for the Alamo and Knox Wrestling Rodeo.
Are we on?
99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer.
Oh my God.
Take one down, pass it around. 98 bottles of beer on the wall.
Guys,
Woo!
welcome to the Alamo Knox Wrestling Rodeo special live edition. Live
I can't
and
believe
direct.
we're doing this.
This is crazy, Gordon. It's a madhouse in here.
It's a true madhouse in here. Welcome to the Wrestling Rodeo After Dark.
It is Saturday night, right after Summerslam, guys, and this is a special live edition, not go in on WMRK. We don't even have to do the calls tonight, Gordon. We don't have to do time calls. We don't have to.
Fuck you.
Huh? What?
Fuck you. Ha! We're uncensored tonight.
Whoa, yeah, we can say all kinds of words. That's going to take some getting used to. I don't know. Without, the threat of the sword of Damocles of the FCC hanging over my neck, I don't know if I can broadcast, Gordon.
I think we'll try. I just wanted to I'm not going to drop the F-bomb the entire time. I just wanted to kind of, I've always wanted to say that. We've done the terrestrial broadcast for years, and yeah, we've had a few little mishaps here and there, but man, the gloves are off here tonight.
They really are. All the gloves, top gloves, bottom gloves, all the gloves are off. We are live at Secrets. This is they had their grand opening last week. It's Willamotchee's only sports bar / barber shop / gun range / gentleman's club.
Wow. What
all
an
in one
incredible
place here
establishment.
at Secrets. It's a nice place. It's huge. It's like Disneyland.
So my favorite part so far has been when you go out back to the shooting range, the girls take off their tops and they shoot the guns with you.
Yeah.
And then you can watch them jiggle. But that's like $40, but still, it's worth every bit of it.
Everything is worth every bit of it, Gordon. I've never been in a place like this. For a long time, I've had the urge, like, how do I get drunk, get my hair cut, shoot, and get a lap dance all at the same time? And here's Secrets, and they're answering all my questions. All of them, Gordon. So
I'm wearing my sweatpants.
You're very casual. Very casual.
I think, someone told me I wear sweatpants. It makes things easier. You know what I mean? Just makes
for sure. Yeah, it's just
so much easier. So Rich told us that we needed to do this broadcast to try to see what the internet is like by itself, on its own. We are right after SummerSlam. This should come out literally just hours after the PLE has concluded. So he wanted us to kind of test the waters, because the ratings dipped a little bit last week. So he wants to see what this does. Buddy and Gordon, cuffs off, unleash. So, we're here, we're after dark, and we're ready to go. We've got new sponsors. We got a whole bunch of things going on here tonight. We got shots.
We got shots. We got pints. We got shots and pints. And Gordon, we're going to be talking about SummerSlam 2024, which in many ways exceeded our expectations, and in many ways there were some underwhelming parts, and we're going to get into that. We've also got an exciting top 5 today, all right? Top 5, well, I don't know if we should spoil it, but since this place is all about finishing and how we do it, top 5 finishers, all right?
Okay.
It's been a much requested one. We've actually never done it in the history of the entire show, but top 5 finishers, live and direct tonight on Alamo Knox Wrestling Rodeo. Gordon, I know we got news and views to do, but we could do the live read now, or we could do it after. What do you think?
Let's go ahead and get our first sponsor out of the way. Go ahead.
All right, Gordon, our sponsor this week is the brand new and only, of course, we're here live and direct, sports bar, barber shop, gun range, gentleman's club in Willamotchee. It's called Secrets. First off, Gordon, there is over 3,000 large screen TVs here, 3,000 of them.
Wow.
All set at a maximum volume so you can't possibly have a conversation with anyone, ensuring that your attention is focused on the replay of the 1997 Australian Women's Lacrosse Championship, which is always airing somewhere in the world. That's amazing.
Wow. That's incredible.
And Secrets also features over 600 taps of identical craft brews, which are all different IPAs that taste exactly the same.
Wow.
Secrets,
Wow.
Finally,
Yeah.
And then Secrets also boasts Willamotchee's biggest selection of chicken wing flavors in the entire Midwest, featuring over 500 different varieties of succulent sauce for you to soak your bone-in poultry pounder in. Plus, the largest private collection of AC/DC 45s in Oklahoma, including the rare smooth jazz acoustic version of Big Balls, which was only released in Japan.
Wow.
Amazing.
Absolutely incredible.
Gordon, for a limited time, you can get the
yeah.
Alamo and Knox Commando Special, which is 40 wings with your favorite sauce, a 5-gallon bucket of Secret's patented 5-alarm white chili, and 12 pieces of skillet cornbread, all for $19.99.
Wow.
What a deal.
Unbelievable.
So come on down, let them know Gordon and Buddy sent you, and ask for the Commando Special, and they'll set you up. It's Secrets, where everyone knows something, but no one is saying anything because it's too fucking loud to talk.
I could barely hear you. I'm
Testing.
so sorry.
Are you testing?
Yeah, no, the cans are on my. They were kind of sliding off my head.
Which cans?
Those cans. Those cans.
Thank
All right,
you.
let's get to the world of professional wrestling news and notes right here on a Saturday night at Secrets. It's such a secret that Mercedes Mone is blabbing about it, much as she did recently, where she confirmed her divorce, quote unquote, "I'm free."
Oh,
that's right.
Look at her go.
Mercedes Mone confirmed that she has divorced her husband of nearly 8 years, saying, "I'm free." In a new video posted to her YouTube channel on Thursday, Mone confirmed that she had signed papers to finalize her divorce from WWE costume designer Sarath Khan, a former indie wrestler who worked under the ring name Makazi. So she was saying she was talking to a guy named Kevin Undergaro, which is definitely a made-up name. Mercedes opened up the details of her divorce in a pilot for Monet Talks, which is her new video series.
Oh my gosh.
That's part of why I wanted to do this pilot too, because tomorrow, finally, after a long time, I will be finally signing my divorce papers. I'm excited and happy. And for me, I'm just ready to be free. I'm ready to be free and not being afraid. Okay, so buddy, what kind of implications is this going to have in the world of AEW now that she is free and ready to sow her wild oats?
Gordon, I really don't know. I mean, I think I do know this. The last thing that AEW or anybody really needs is more talking from her. The talking, I don't know if Tony Khan has noticed, hasn't helped a whole heck of a lot. You know what I mean? Like, Mercedes Mone constantly talking, not doing a lot. But now that she's a free woman, she can possibly date, anybody. She could date you, Gordon. Have you thought about asking her?
Well, what I'm hoping is this new series, Monet Talks. There was a very famous porn series that I used to imbibe in on a regular basis called Money Talks. So I'm hoping, I am just praying that this is just the first episode, and the next episode they're going to pay her to do ridiculous things and then have sex with a guy on camera. Oh. That's what I'm hoping happens. She's free now. Isn't that what that means? She's free, so she can bone whoever she wants.
As long as it's Marco Stunt.
I'm not into midget porn. Not into midget porn at all. But what I am into is the thought of Mercedes Mone finally being free. What a step for womanhood, right? Whether she bangs someone on camera or not, doesn't matter. Because she is she's a shining star in AEW. I've completely changed my tune about her. I think she's going to just elevate those ratings to heights never before seen. I really do.
She absolutely could, Gordon. And you know what else? She could come work here at Secrets.
This just in, AEWDynamite ratings decline against the Olympics. Oops.
Did we hear from Mercedes Mone about that?
So AEWDynamite, our next news story, was average 609 viewers, down 22.5%. Oh my gosh. From the previous week. Lord. I mean, okay. The Olympics are on right now. Wait, have you watched any of the Olympic events?
No, I haven't. But, Gordon, I got to be honest with you. Has anyone else ever either? I mean, is that really the reason they're down 22% is because somebody had to watch the Turkish shooting team? compete? Like, really? There's a big Venn diagram, like an overlap between people who watch field hockey and people who watch AEW? I don't buy
that's
that.
got to be the reason. I mean, what other reason could it be? I mean, they had such a stacked card on Wednesday. There's just no reason.
Do you have any of those matches handy?
Yeah, yep. They were, there's Will Ospreay did, he called somebody bruv in the opening segment.
Excellent.
Segment number 2, MJF did a promo where there were sexual innuendos and things.
We don't know anything about those.
Yeah, no. I have no idea what happened, but I'm sure it was a stacked show, right?
Yeah, it sounds great. Sounds great.
Yeah.
Well,
but
better
unfortunately,
luck next year when you're not against the Olympic, equestrian events or synchronized swimming or whatever.
Yeah. So that is not good news for AEW, but what is good news for AEW is Shane McMahon issues a statement on his great meeting with Tony Khan. You know what? I'm not even going to read this other than they were discussing the possibilities of moving forward together. What is going on? In your opinion, is this a good move for anybody?
No. I think, honestly, what's going to happen is, Shane will probably work something out. He'll debut at a big show. We talked about this in pre-production today, probably something like All In. He'll rappel down or jump down from the ceiling at Wembley Stadium. He'll, apropos of nothing, like in the middle of a match that doesn't mean anything, he'll end up getting a match on Dynamite where he'll fight, Joey Janela. Is Joey Janela still there? Probably not. And then
he'll light his foot on fire or something. Who knows?
He'll crack a rib and collect a check and go home. I mean, it doesn't serve. Listen, Shane McMahon was great in his day, but honestly, does anybody want to see him jump off of a high dive into a pit of piranhas or whatever he wants to do anymore? Nobody wants to see that. It's just a way to get back at his dad. That's basically it.
Hey, real quick, they're asking what kind of gun do we want to shoot on the range? What are you going for?
I'm keeping it small and ladylike. Give me a pearl handle 22.
Pearl handle 22 for him. Give me Desert Eagle. I want it as loud and powerful as possible, and give me that Mexican with that. She looks like she has a bad attitude. I want her on the
and
range.
a gun.
Do you want one? Do you want
Mexican
one
or a gun?
The Mexican. I mean,
no, I'm good. I was looking for at the
Lithuanian
here, if you understand what I'm saying.
The Turkish lady kind of looks like a man a little bit. She has boxing gloves on.
Oh yeah, that
You wanna take
definitely
that one?
definitely that.
Okay.
Give me the XY special.
All right, our next news story before we go to our lightning round. Stone Cold Steve Austin comments on a potential WWE WrestleMania 41 appearance. So obviously after last night, which we'll talk about in the next segment, we're already ripping, just going towards WrestleMania. Everyone's got their eyes on next year's WrestleMania. Stone Cold Steve Austin says last year he couldn't make it. Doesn't like to leave the state of Nevada much, but being that it's in Las Vegas next year, Stone Cold says he might make an appearance. Buddy, how much bigger could WrestleMania next year be, and what can you see Stone Cold's role being?
First of all, Stone Cold lives in Nevada?
Oh yeah, he lives in the mountains of Nevada.
I thought he lived in Texas in a ranch and the whole thing with the.
No, he's lived in Nevada for years.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I think honestly the window is closing. As much as I love Stone Cold, right? Like the time that frame there is the window is shrinking, and if we're gonna get anything out of Stone Cold before
we've got Bush,
where like George W.
No, over here, over your left-hand shoulder, right there. You see it?
Oh,
on stage.
Oh, yeah, that's all natural, right there.
Wow.
Wow. It's hard to get back on track after that.
Sorry.
Well, look at her in the ping pong balls. That's a trick.
That's amazing.
It's amazing. Wait, and she's going to go take it to the gun range. Well, that's fantastic.
Okay.
We'll have to go to a break here and witness that. Stone Cold, yeah, I don't know, Gordon. If we're going to get anything out of him before his 75th birthday, the window is closing, and he teased us all last year. But really, what else could he do? And a bigger question is does WWE even really need him anymore?
I don't know, but this girl's window is not closing.
No, it's getting larger.
Yeah.
Much
what
larger.
Wow.
Oh.
Is she giving birth?
Is that a koala?
Oh, good Lord. Anyways, we got to stay on track here. Let's go to our quick fire round with our very own Buddy Hard Knocks as he addresses with one word, one comment, or one phrase about the latest, some of the other news stories we have. So first one is CM Punk says he doesn't root against AEW. Comments on the All-In footage being shown.
Old news.
Oh, nice. That was actually very good. Bryan Danielson to retire if he fails to win AEW World Title at All In.
CTE.
Okay. Sky Blue to undergo surgery for her broken ankle.
Who's that now?
That girl with the giant butt.
Bailey?
Oh, well, she's got a giant butt too. No, the other giant butt in AEW.
Tony Storm?
No, the other one. She kind of looks Hispanic.
Nyla Rose?
Yep, that's the one. All right.
All right, perfect.
All right, the Wyatt Six in-ring debut is set for next week's Raw.
Oh.
It's happening actually 2 days from now. So what do you think is this going to be everything everyone expected?
Is it all of them debuting or who's specifically?
It's going to be Eric Rowan, Joe Gacy, and Dexter Loomis will wrestle for the first time against Chad Gable and the Creed Brothers. By the way, the Creed Brothers had an amazing showing, or one of them, at Bloodsport this past week, which we can talk about on the terrestrial podcast. But yeah, it looks like everybody but Uncle Howdy will be there.
I guess it kind of remains to be seen. I got to be honest with you. Last week's Raw, it looked kind of goofy a little bit.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes. Is it going to be the game changer that the original Wyatt family was? I doubt it, but, cautiously optimistic. So we'll see. That was much longer than one word. I apologize.
Okay, well, we got one more. Matt Hardy's going to take on old pizza cutter himself, Nick Gage, at GCW.
Technique.
Awesome. All right, folks, well, we're going to go to a commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to go over every single match that happened last night, or tonight, actually, at SummerSlam, and we're going to break it down. We were 100% accurate. You can go back and listen to it from last week's broadcast on our predictions, but we're going to break it down right after this break, right here on... Oh, wait, we don't have to do it. We don't have to do a break.
We're just coming back.
We're just going to come back. We'll see you.
All right. Bye.
I mean, since we're not actually playing this music, it's just, I think we're going to just add it in. It's just going through our headphones, and it kind of fits though, like the girls are dancing. A lot of
it's good.
Going on. It's not bad. All right, here we are. Welcome back to Buddy and Gordon After Dark.
How do you
right
like
here
it?
on Secret.
Do you really like it?
So dark.
So dark.
Yeah, it's so dark.
So after.
So After Dark. I mean, we can do and say anything we want. This is a podcast exclusive for the first time ever. If you like what we're doing, please rate, review, and subscribe wherever you get your podcasting needs met, because, I mean, the gloves are off. If
They're
you guys
coming off.
like
Everything's coming off, Gordon.
I'm not wearing a glove, when I take one of these ladies home. I'm not doing it.
Oh, my.
I'm ready to just throw caution to the wind tonight. And if you're ready to throw caution to the wind, if you like what we're doing, like I said, rate, review, subscribe. Make sure that the algorithm knows that you love what we're doing. And so that way, maybe after every live event that WWE does, maybe we'll do one of these from Secrets. If you guys like what we're doing, I like it here.
Speaking of Secrets,
raging
Gordon,
hard. I am raging hard right now.
If you need a haircut, Gordon, Secrets has got you covered.
Oh, wow.
At Secrets, you will see the finest barbers/exotic dancers that North Central, Southeastern Oklahoma has to offer. Guaranteed Midwestern 10s, which are really just coastal 5.5s. Fresh out of cosmetology school and completely out of other options. At Secrets, all of our girls are chemically dissociated, meaning they will pretend to like you or anybody as long as you bring the money.
Wow.
All of their barber/dancers are free of cesarean scars. That's good.
Wow, that's cool.
Visible crustaceans, and most bloodborne illnesses, meaning you can enjoy yourself without worrying too much about unexpected surprises like the hantavirus or paternity tests. Secrets is now featuring the full release fade. Oh, where where you had better hold still because our team of busty barbers are going to style you with the haircut of your dreams while simultaneously giving you their patented Secrets prostate massage package. And right now, Gordon, when you mention the Wrestling Rodeo, the staff here at Secrets is going to give you your first full release fade plus a pan of sizzling hot skillet cornbread for only $19.99. So come on down to Secrets, Willamotchee's best kept. Shh, we can't tell you.
Wow, amazing. Thank you so much, Secrets, for sponsoring this episode. So let's get to it. Let's talk about Summerslam last night. I'd like to slam some of these ladies with no protection. You know what I mean?
Whoa!
I'd like to have
earlier tonight. It was.
I would like to have intercourse with them all of them.
Easy, Gordon. The absence of the FCC is getting to you.
I mean, I'm no condoms here, dude. Hey, here, take these. This handful of condoms I have.
Yeah.
And throw them away. Throw them away now.
Oh, all right. Gordon's getting somebody pregnant. So we're going to talk about SummerSlam, Gordon. And, I went back and reviewed our notes from the Pick'ems show and what we did there. And I'm going to go over them match by match and see how we did. So the first match that we picked, Gordon, was Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. You picked Liv to win this match. I locked in with you and picked Liv as well. Guess who won the match?
Liv Morgan did, for sure.
Liv Morgan, and our 100% streak continues. Gordon, what did you think of this match?
I thought the match started off pretty slow. I thought there was a big feeling out process. I think Rhea Ripley had the shoulder, obviously coming back from a shoulder injury and then re-injuring her shoulder earlier on. And you saw that disgusting dislocated blade on. It was just nasty to watch. So I think early on they were trying to figure each other out. There's a lot of emotion, a lot of questions going into this match, but boy, oh boy, in the final half of this match, they really kicked it into gear. It looks like Dirty Dom was being a dirty son of a bitch, and playing both sides to the middle, ends up walking out, costing his mommy, Rhea Ripley, the championship, and walking out with Liv Morgan and planting a big fat kiss right on that square jaw. And boy, oh boy, was I turned on at that time. I've been turned on for like 8 hours now. I mean,
I'm kind of worried. You didn't take anything chemically beforehand, did you?
Maybe our new sponsor, Red Shoe. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, I thought it was a really good match. I'm gonna give it 3 1/4 Brody boots. I thought it was a fun match, and it was, obviously Liv Morgan, I think, deserved to win the match, even if Dirty Dom did help her.
Yeah, I'll go with you on the 3 there. I thought it was a fun match as well. One thing I will give or comment on here is the surprise. You know what I mean? I just did not see that coming. I thought he and Rhea were going to get together and, get married and have many gothic children. But they didn't, and it turned around, and I never saw that coming. So I like the surprise factor. The match itself was okay. I don't know. It seemed to me that Rhea was kind of phoning it in. Otherwise, like, how could, even with her shoulder problems, how could somebody as small as Liv really stand up to her? I mean, it was kind of I felt like Rhea should have been a lot more dominant in that match, but overall a good match. And Liv walks away with it and a new boyfriend.
I mean, let's talk about the elephant in the room, though. Did you see the keisters on these women?
I did. I've never been, we've talked about it before, huge Liv Morgan fan in that way.
Yeah, she could fart on me.
Oh. Well, maybe here at Secrets,
could.
There's the smell-o-vision room over there. You might be able to talk somebody into it.
Sure.
All right. Next match.
Okay. Sorry. Hey, give me 2 more. 2. What do you want? You want Yingling? You want a Yingling?
I love a Yingling.
All right, we're going to have 2 more Yinglings. Yeah, I need 2 over here, please. Thank you. Okay, go.
So, hold on, I'm organizing my notes here. LA Knight versus Logan Paul. Gordon, hate to be the bearer of bad tidings here, but your buddy Hard Knocks, picked LA Knight. You picked Logan Paul, and Buddy wins. LA Knight wins.
You did.
Everybody wins. Gordon, what did you think of this match?
Here's another spoiler alert for the rest of the card that we're going to break down. I predicted that Drew McIntyre and CM Punk would have the Golden Chain award for match of the night. Nope. Guess who took it home? LA Knight and Logan Paul. What a match. For me, this was match of the night. I thought that they immediately kicked it into overdrive. There was no feeling out process. Again, these guys have been playing mind games with each other for weeks and weeks and weeks. And that bad blood really spilled into the ring, and they beat the holy hell out of each other this entire match. You saw the shiner underneath Logan Paul's eye early on in the match. There was some heavy leather being thrown between both of these guys. The acai moonsault was one of the most incredible moonsaults I think I've ever seen, and I cannot speak highly enough about Logan Paul, but you were right. This was LA Knight's night. Even with the brass knuckle shot in between the eyes and the interference of that skinny, weird-looking guy, nothing could stop LA Knight. He picks up the victory. What a match. I give it 4.25 Brody Boots, honestly. It was just fun from start to finish.
You know, it was a really great match, and as much as it pains me to say, you know how I am not a fan of either Logan or his brother Jake. Logan Paul is something special, unfortunately. And watching him wrestle in this match, even though he came up short, the Asahi moonsault, it was amazing, breathtaking. One of the coolest things probably the coolest move all night, honestly. And then that Fisherman's Buster by LA Knight off the top rope. Brutal. LA Knight also took it to the next level for this match. For me, also the match of the night. And probably because it was the underdog, right? Like, nobody expected that from either one of these guys. I think everybody expected a good match, but both of them turned it on. I give it, 4.25 there? Just a really great match.
Just a fun match. Just really, I was so impressed with LA Knight's cardio. He immediately started off, and he kept up this like really high intensity level of action the entire time. It looked like he could have done another match of that physical caliber back to back. I mean, he just looked incredible. So I kind of get it. I get the LA Knight thing now. So what a match.
Incredible match. All right, Gordon, one more before we go. I'm going to go investigate the all-you-can-eat chicken wing bar over there and bring back some more food, and then we'll analyze the rest of the SummerSlam card when we come back.
We will analyze that whole thing.
We will analyze the whole thing and make you watch. You're going to sit here and watch us.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Speaking of anal.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. Nia Jax versus Bayley in the Battle of the Buns. I hate that word buns. That's just like a relic from our parents' time, but we'll go with it anyway. Nia Jax versus Bayley. Gordon, you said that Nia was going to win, and in this case, you were correct. Your buddy Hard picked Bayley and lost. Gordon, commentary on this clash of the colossal keisters. Look how many C's I put in that.
Yeah, I kind of figured that this was going to be the way it went. I mean, we've talked about Nia Jax ad nauseum, both on this and in the terrestrial radio version. It's got to be like fighting a couch. Have you ever tried to get a couch, like a really big sectional, through your front door? And
At
you're
least half a dozen times.
And you're trying to maneuver it all sorts of ways, and that son of a gun, it's slipping and sliding because there's no good handles on it. You try to take the feet off of it, and you just can't get it in your front door. You'd rather take an axe to that son of a bitch and chop it all up and just throw it outside. But I'm not saying take an axe to Nia Jax. What I am saying,
take an axe to Nia Jax. That rhymed.
Yeah, that was pretty good. What I am saying is I feel bad for Bayley this entire time because you're wrestling a big sectional. Like just a big immobile sectional. And who could overcome that in the women's division? Nobody. I think
especially since it's not the President's Day sale. You know what I mean?
Right. I think Nia Jax is going to hold this title literally forever and ever. There's like nobody else that's going to beat her because you're wrestling a giant immobile refrigerator.
And look, let's be honest, Gordon. She's a big girl. I mean, there's like pleasingly plump, there's thick, there's all the whatever adjectives you want to come up with. Nia Jax is a big girl. That's just a lot of woman in one place. A lot of
but
flesh.
Here's the thing. It's not like Bull Nakano big, where it's like, wow, she can move. Like,
Yeah,
look, she can do a leg drop from the top rope. She can drop kick. It's like Nia Jax is like that pound of just cement, and it's just wet and it's thick.
Yeah.
It's like
That sounds
a
good.
big. Oh, it's just horrible. But the good side is Bayley, giant ass, giant ass, and that was always a pleasure. I'm gonna give this 1 1/4 boots. This match didn't work for me, and although I did predict the outcome correctly, I was hoping for a better showing from Bayley. This match was not good.
Yeah, definitely not. It was probably the worst match of the night, if we're going to be honest. But on the other hand, did we expect anything more? Not really.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well let's get to your chicken wings and everything, and we're gonna take a short little bathroom break, chicken wing break, and we'll be right back here. Oh, this reminds me of that Cinemax movie, Secret Wings 2, The Escort.
Ooh. How was the first one?
Secret, full of games, you know. Welcome back to the Alamo Knox Wrestling Rodeo After Dark.
It's so dark in here,
tonight.
too. It's just candles.
There's just candles and an errant smell of failure. There is a smell of failure in here.
But what does that really smell like, Gordon?
I mean, you know, like Jägermeister, and perfume, like
And
like
Axe body spray?
Yes, that's it, right there.
There
right
it is, Jägermeister, Axe body spray, and perfume. Welcome back. We are talking about Summerslam 2024, and we have analyzed, penetrated, discombobulated 3 matches so far. We are going to the remaining 3 or 4. Gordon, go ahead. Gordon?
Yes.
Let's talk about Damian Priest versus Gunther.
Okay.
You said Gunther was going to win this. Gunther was going to win this. Guess who won this?
Gunther. We locked it in.
Again.
We locked it in.
100%.
100% accurate once again. I thought this match, well, actually, you know what? Why don't you start us off, because you seem to be really into this right now.
Super into it.
You're like, I feel like a different energy from you where you're just like, I love doing this in this bar.
It's so good. So good.
So much fun. Go ahead. What did you think?
I thought this match was really great, as I expected it to be. I mean, Gunther was involved in the match, so I expected a great match, but Damian Priest really stepped up, did some of his best work, I think. He smacked Gunther's titties so much that they bled.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
And that is rare, that somebody can dish it out to Gunther as much as Gunther dishes it out to other people. So I thought the match was great. Probably my second favorite match all night. Gunther is obviously bound for big things. Yes, he won the title here, but I could see the sky is the limit. He is probably going to hold this title as long as Nia is going to hold her title. Just a great match overall. Damian Priest did a great job. And then the surprise in turn from Leprechaun 2, Leprechaun in the Hood, Finn Balor turning on Damian Priest, and the Judgment Day is no more.
That's right. It looks like after the kerfluffle with Rhea Ripley and Dirty Dom, and then this, it looks like the Judgment Day will be parting ways. Maybe they're still going to have maybe Rhea and Damian Priest can find some common ground to kind of keep it going, but who knows? What would you give this Brody boot wise?
3.5.
Yo, right on. Don't. 3.5. That's good. I'm going to agree with the 3.5. This was also my second favorite match of the night. I mean, just 2 big guys beating the piss out of each other. You know what I mean? I agree with you. I think Damian Priest, he kept his, because sometimes Damian Priest tends to take unnecessary risks for a guy his size, doing some high-flying topes and things like that. I really think he kind of dialed it back, knowing that Gunther may have an answer for those types of moves and didn't want to make a mistake in that way. But really, at the end of the day, it was the story of the little leprechaun costing Damian Priest the championship. I think Gunther is in for another long reign. Think about how much he's accomplished since coming to the main roster. Who is going to stop this guy? It's kind of crazy to think about, but really, really good, solid match. And I just like two guys just beating each other, just really whooping each other. It took it to the next level for me. So yeah, really, really good match. Really enjoyed it.
All right, I forgot one. I went out of order here, Gordon,
You
so
did.
I apologize. It's all of
okay.
this Jägermeister and failure that is
Yeah.
discombobulated me. The one we thought was going to be the match of the night, the one that we were both looking forward to the most, Gordon, was CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre. Gordon, you picked Punk to win this one. I picked Drew. I was right, but there was a cost here for everybody, I felt like. This match, to me, giant letdown. Seth Rollins just distracted from the entire thing. Whenever the match started to get going, it went back to Seth Rollins, and he's posing on the rope, or he's got his funny-looking pants, or he's dancing around and making noise. I don't know. It just distracted from the whole match. Match never really got off the ground. I felt like these guys still have another couple of matches left in them. And at the end of the day, Drew walked away with it, but it wasn't a dominant showing by any means. So I would say, maybe big disappointment for me. Definitely not the Golden Chain winner. 2.5 boots, maybe. Not the match of the night, not even close. And just a real big disappointment all around.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. 2.5 for me, maybe even 2.25. It was. I remember sitting next to you just a few hours ago, and we were holding hands, right? Because we were so excited.
But platonically, because that's what we do.
No, not. I mean, we're not a bunch of homosexuals. You know what I mean? I think I said homosexuals. I've had a lot to drink tonight.
You have. You certainly have.
I mean, and so we were holding hands a few hours ago. We're like, and just, oh man, this is gonna be so great. And we were playing Gay Chicken. Remember that round of Gay Chicken we played
in the pool?
Yeah, I was like, oh, where's my hand?
Except it wasn't a pool.
Yeah, no, it was. But I mean, there was some inflatables involved. Anyways, this was such a huge letdown for me. They started off good. They were really laying it into each other. It looked like, not like me and you wanted to lay it into each other, but a different type of laying it into each other. Is that too much? Am I going too far? It just, like you said, it never got off the ground. It really didn't. It felt like once they had that opening flurry, it was like they dialed it back to a first gear or second gear kind of match. It was a little bit methodical and plotting, and Seth Rollins was unbelievably distracting the entire time. And yes, he tried to call it down the middle. I think Punk should be fine because he was the one that actually laid his hands on Seth Rollins first, like attacked him, but still couldn't pick up the victory. Drew McIntyre does walk away with it. But this match, this feud has a lot more life left in it. And I hope the next match that they have is way better than this one.
I mean, it could be much worse, to be honest. It just was a giant letdown with everybody involved. All right, yes. Gordon, the main event, Solo Sikoa, Solo, we call him, versus Cody Rhodes. Gordon, you picked Cody to win. You won that one. I picked Solo. I did not win that one. But why don't you go ahead and tell us what you thought of the main event of SummerSlam 2024?
I knowing that it was a Bloodline Rules match, the deck stacked against Cody once again, I said that's where he shines, is when the deck is stacked against him, and I was right. We got to see a nice meeting of, or a reuniting, if you will, of him and Arn Anderson in the back, where Arn Anderson told him he does have backup. He's not going into the match alone, and he didn't. We saw Kevin Owens and Randy Orton help Cody Rhodes fight off the Bloodline. I just don't think Solo Sikoa is ready for this level. He's done a great job stepping in and kind of usurping the control of Roman Reigns and stepping into that thug Bloodline role. But I just don't think match-wise he's ready for this kind of pressure, because that takes a special athlete. And I think Solo will get there. I just don't think he was ready for it, and I think that's what got to him. We did see the return of Roman Reigns, which was incredible, seeing him come back. He wasted no time telling the former or the new leader of the Bloodline who's actually in charge. We saw the shirt that basically said he's the original tribal chief. And this is going to be an interesting next few months, seeing who actually controls the bloodline, who's on whose side. A lot of interesting story points. Main thing is Cody Rhodes picks up the win. I give it a solid 3 because Cody really worked hard in this match to pick up the victory.
He really did, Gordon. And, let's not forget Jacob Fatu, who with his partner, one of the Tongas, one of the Southern Pacific Islands, won the WWE Tag Team titles from DIY the night before. He was just on fire during this, but then hurt himself, busted his shin, twisted his ankle, broke his leg. I don't know, he did something, which severely impacted, the Bloodline's chance of winning this in general. It'll be interesting to see what happens between Reigns and Fatu, should they ever meet, which I think at this point is inevitable. Overall, a good match, but you're right that Sikoa is not up to the task of a wrestler of Cody Rhodes' stature, who I was thinking last night when we were watching, or earlier today, whenever we were watching this, I was thinking, I have not seen a wrestler like Cody Rhodes in my lifetime since maybe the heydays of the Ultimate Warrior or Hulk Hogan. Just
I agree.
Being able to connect with the kids. My kids love him. Your kids love him. You don't even know your kids, but let me tell you, they love him.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do.
They miss their dad.
I'm going to have more tonight.
Yeah. And
I told you, I'm taking
when they grow
off,
up,
dude.
those kids, those bastard children that you were going to have here in this den of iniquity, this brothel gun range sports bar, they are going to love Cody Rhodes too. Everybody loves Cody. And it was his night again, and Roman came back, and maybe there's an uneasy alliance. I was actually hoping to see some Paul Heyman. No Paul Heyman. But overall, a good match. I give it 3 1/4 boots.
Yeah. Hey, you know who won tonight? Not only Roman Reigns, but you know who's going to win tonight? Me. Because
you're going to be the big winner.
Have you ever heard of the Sneaky Pete?
Yeah, you're going to have an over-the-top hide the sausage battle royal.
Well, but the Sneaky Pete is where it starts off with I'm protecting myself, and then I'm gonna whoops, take it off,
Well, Gordon, I just got handed some copy, and it's our last read.
Okay,
and I think you might be interested in this. Are you ready?
Yeah, please.
Gordon, what would secrets be without actual secrets?
Okay.
Well, Gordon, we are going to reveal the secret of secrets right now live on our broadcast.
Wow.
Gordon, everyone in this building has a dick. Everyone. Men, women, there are no women. The secret is that everyone here is a man. The sports bar, men. The bartender who pretends to care about your day at work while you stare down her shirt, that's a dude. The barber dancer who's cutting your hair while giving you a lap dance, also a dude. It's a new day in Oklahoma, Gordon, a new day in America, and there are no more rules or biological women anywhere. So come down, enjoy a haircut, a cold beer, a hand job, and unload a few rounds with your buddies. It's Secrets, where everyone has a dick.
But what about the ping pong balls we just saw? How is that possible?
Gordon, welcome Secrets, where everyone has a dick.
I don't
Welcome.
want to live anymore.
Hey, Gordon.
Hey, we need to go to a break because
Welcome.
I got to collect myself. I don't know what I've been seeing or what I've been lusting after. I don't know about Sneaky Pete's anymore. I don't know anything.
It's Secrets.
Let's go. I need to get a beer. Let's get a beer, and we'll be right back right here on Alamo Knox After Dark.
It's Secret, Gordon.
Welcome back to Buddy and Gordon, Alamo Knox After Dark. Podcast exclusive. We're having a really good time here at Secrets. I think we're having a good time. I don't know anything anymore. This is like some sort of, I think when CERN turned on the collider, we went into some alternate universe or something. I don't know.
Gordon, I'm a little bit taken aback too, and I'm sorry for popping that on you. They just literally popping that on you. They just gave me the copy. I didn't know what the secret was. Now that I know what the secret is, I'm kind of unnerved, and I kind of want to leave.
Yeah, I'm not horny at all anymore, and I don't want to Sneaky Pete anything or anybody. I just want to talk
I think
about
we're surrounded. They've all got dicks.
I just want to get to these the top 5 finishers of all time.
Really quick, Gordon. Really quick.
Yes.
They've all got dicks.
Okay.
All these people, and like, look, there are some convincing, and it's not just liquor talking. There's some convincing things happening here at Secrets.
Wait. So does that mean all the patrons here, does that make us gay?
All right, we're talking about the top 5 finishers of all time, guys. And boy, it's time we finish this. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It is time.
All right. So I'm going to have you start off. I want you to give me your number 5 finisher of all time.
My number 5 finisher of all time is that thing that Mercedes Mone does that I don't know the name of. And the reason why is because if you think about it, right? She gets them on their back, right? They're completely disabled. She incapacitates them. She puts them on her back like she's carrying them like a wheelbarrow type thing. And then she flips them around and gives them a DDT. Now or whatever that is, a face buster? I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's kind of like a face buster, yeah.
When you think about the added momentum from that, you could just give somebody a face buster, but that's not good enough. You got to put them on your back first to get that extra torque to flip them around and do the thing. Just devastating.
Yeah.
It's as devastating as she is to ratings, Gordon. It's that thing that Mercedes Mone does at number 5.
Okay, so also think about when she picks them up, they for some reason instinctively wrap their feet inside of her giant, massive thighs.
I wouldn't say
to keep themselves stable. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Are her thighs massive?
Yeah, just gigantic. She's just gigantic. Wait, no, she's not. Just kidding.
Yeah, tiny.
But you know what I mean?
Tiny.
Like they tiny. All right, my number 5. I'm just gonna go straight for cervical injury on this.
Okay.
one.
Well, wow.
My entire list is I want to see you hurt. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And number 5 is actually the lariat, because famously Stan Hansen broke the neck of Bruno Sammartino with a lariat. So anything again that causes cervical injury is going to be the best finisher of all time. Now, here a little sidebar. Outside of Stan Hansen, I want to ask you a question. Who has the best lariat ever? Go.
Justin Hawk Bradshaw.
Absolutely, 100%. Now, we won't hold it against him that he's a stinky, dirty, fucking Texan.
Wow. Yeah.
But has an incredible lariat. So number 5 for me is the lariat.
Fantastic. That's a great one. My number 5, Gordon, the only finisher that I'm aware of that has intentionally killed dozens of people, and that's Ox Baker's heart punch, Gordon.
Oh, my God. Great
Started
finisher.
riots, killed men, never went to jail for it for some unknown reason. We can't even figure that out. But Ox Baker and Stan Stasiak before him killed dozens of men with that finisher. That's not just a finisher of a match. That's a finisher of life, right?
Right.
You take somebody, you put their arm behind their head, which helps the blood flow or whatever it does, and then you just punch a hole through their chest. Best finisher of all time. My number 4, Stan Stasiak / Ox Baker, the heart punch.
I mean, think about it. You punch somebody in their pectorals so hard that it literally stops their heart. It's insane. Or
that's some
sometimes
Bruce Lee type shit right there.
Right. Incredible. All right, my number 4 is the burning hammer. Because again, okay, you get them up in the torture rack position, right? You're thinking Argentinian backbreaker here. Nope. You flip them out of it, drop them straight on their C4. Done. I mean, it has literally paralyzed thousands of hapless Japanese people in its heyday. I mean, you want to talk about, Pearl Harbor sneaking up on Japan? Burning Hammer did way more damage than Pearl Harbor. You know what I mean? Or our retaliation of Pearl Harbor.
And also, Gordon, that was my number 3, was actually Kobashi's Burning Hammer. And it's a move that is so deadly, it was only used 7 times.
Right.
Like, who else has done the Burning Hammer? Now, I remember a couple years ago we were reviewing a show, and there was one of the women did a Burning Hammer, it was Lufisto or something, but it was nowhere near the power of Kobashi's Burning Hammer. A finisher that you said, obviously, has killed people so deadly it's only been used 7 times. I mean, I'm going to pass the baton right back to you because that was my number 3 as well, the Burning Hammer, Gordon.
All right, my number 3 is the Brain Buster. Just a good old drop straight down right onto the dome. Now, we've seen a lot of people do it with the utmost precision and skill. Jushin Thunder Liger, A lot of guys in Japan have used the Brainbuster to great effect, but I'm particularly talking about Coco Beware. Now, Coco Beware, in case you're not aware,
unless you're not aware, Coco Beware,
small, angry black man that talked to birds. Obviously not all there, but he would beat the stuffing out of people being 5'6" because he was in the land of giants, and then drop them straight on top of their heads with the Brainbuster. So that's my number 3 is Coco Beware's Brainbuster.
And also Sami Zayn, pretty nasty Brainbuster as well, as
that
he demonstrated at, was that WrestleMania he did that?
Yes.
Fantastic. All right. My number 2, and this better be on your list too because I don't know how it could not be, Hulk Hogan's leg drop. Okay?
Oh,
it's killed. It hasn't killed anybody, but it has saved democracy. All right? Then you can't say that about every finisher. Also, I think of every finisher on our list, maybe besides the Burning Hammer, it's also the one no one's ever kicked out of. So think about that.
Well, when you think about it too, what other move is going to induce sobbing, tears of patriotism?
There is no other move, really.
Right.
And it ended the Cold War.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, that I don't have it on my list, and I feel bad about that now. But what a peace-giving move. A
peace-giving move, and it has its own theme song because when it comes crashing down, and it hurts inside.
Wow. Stunning.
The leg drop. Number 2, Hulk Hogan's leg drop.
All right, number 2 for me is the package pile driver. Because what better of a move to injure your entire spine than to be literally folded up like a little package and then dropped straight on top of your head. So your spine doesn't even have a chance to maybe absorb some of the shock. It just goes straight to fracture. It's just like snap, 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 all the way down. Kevin Steen particularly, or Kevin Owens now, famous for his package pile driver. I think he actually invented it, if I'm not mistaken. But what a move, what a devastating, crippling move that is. And I highly recommend you try that to one of these guys in here right after we're done with this.
I'm going to try another move, and that's my number 1 move, Gordon.
Yeah.
Now, this doesn't necessarily take place inside of a wrestling ring, but outside of a wrestling ring, it has ended the careers of countless women. And that is Vince McMahon's head dump. And then my number 1 finishing move, when he's almost all the way done, he turns you over, craps in your hair.
Wow.
And that's just a finisher beyond finishers, right? Especially if John Laurinaitis is watching. It just gets dirty.
You could count to 100.
Yeah, you're done. Yeah, it's over with. And so that's my number 1 finisher, the finisher of all finishers, Vince McMahon's head crap. Is that the name of the move? Head dump?
Yeah, I think head dump is really, really good. My number 1 has to be, without a doubt, the Superfly Splash by Jimmy Snuka. Now, rumor has it is when he did it to Don Morocco off the cage, devastating, right? Rumor has it broke all of his ribs or whatever, but nobody knows that girl he killed, he actually did the Superfly Splash off the top of his car onto her on the cement, and that's actually what killed her. So he has legitimately committed homicide with the Superfly Splash. So Jimmy Snuka's Superfly Splash is number 1.
Amazing. Well, Gordon, it's time that we got out of here because some of these
I want to get out of here.
In air quotes, kind of looking at us a little bit cross-eyed.
There's a tall Algerian. She got boxing gloves on. I don't know what's going on. I need to get out of here.
Now we're going.
Now we're really going. Because man, I am not ready for any of this. I'm not ready for any of this. Thank you so much for tuning in to Alamo and Knox After Dark, podcast exclusive for the first time ever. And we hope
maybe the last time. We don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. This went so well, it might have went too well. You know what I mean? This might be our last broadcast ever. Who knows? But thank you so much for listening. If you like what we're doing, please rate, review, subscribe on wherever you get your podcasting needs met. It really helps us out with the algorithm. That way we can hopefully never come back here. And
the secrets.
to Secrets, because we appreciate their support, but I don't want their support honestly now anymore. So, but yeah, thank you guys so much. Tune in next week. We'll have more wrestling news and views and other things in the world of professional wrestling. I'm Gifted Gord Alamo. That's Buddy Hard Knocks. Good night, everybody. Oh God.